فواتح السور، الحروف النورانية، الحروف المتقطعة. قال عنها العلماء أنها سر من أسرار القرآن. Most time when you look at the Mus'haf, you will find, if in the tafsir, you will find scholars said that's one of the secrets of the Quran. Those letters at the beginning of the surahs. I understand the point when they said the secret of the Quran about the tarkiba, the structure. Why these particular letters? Why Alif Lam Mim, why Ha Mim? And it's in these particular letters in those surahs. However, those letters conveying something. And that's what we need to reflect upon. How the people of Mecca perceived Quran and understood what understood from those letters. If something that completely has no point for them, they were going to be the first one to stand against and reject, and they make it as a weak point against the Quran. But I'm pretty sure they understood something from those letters, and that's what we need to talk about. Actually, Imam Abu Jarir Tabari and many others, they made a beautiful statement by bringing those letters together. How many letters are all together? Are 14 letters. If you count Alif Lam Mim, Alif Lam Mim, Ha Mim, Ta Sin Mim, those letters are 14 letters. ويجمع الفواتح ال14 صله سحيرا من قطعك ذا اشتهر. So they made beautiful statement. Subhanallah. What they said, نص حكيم قاطع له سر. Those 14 letters, when they brought it together, they made a statement, Nas, a text, Hakim, wise, قاطع, certain, له سر, has a secret. SubhanAllah. Which is true. That's, a certain wise text has a secret. That's the Quran. It's a text that is wise, full of wisdom, and it's certain that criterion to distinguish between haqq and batil, right and wrong, and it has a secret. It's not only one secret, many secrets. In fact, despite all of the explanation of the Quran, and people try to give their insight and their interpretation and their thought, the Quran will come in the day of judgment as virgin as never been touched. Because of the full of secrets and meanings in the Quran. So how people of Mecca received, those ones, and what those ones meant. Something that might you notice, most of the time when those letters mention, there are mention about the Quran. Let's quote some of the verses. Alif Lam Mim, ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه. ألف لام ميم صاد كتاب أنزل إليك. طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى. حاميم والكتاب المبين. حاميم تنزيل الكتاب من الرحمن الرحيم. حاميم تنزيل الكتاب من الله العزيز الحكيم. ياسين والقرآن الحكيم. So when those letters mentioned right after there are mention of the Quran. Why is that? Because those letters came for a challenge. And all of those surahs that started with those letters are Meccan surahs. Except Baqarah and Al Imran. All of them. 29 surahs, all of them are Meccan surahs revealed in Mecca, except Baqarah and Al Imran. And what things about Mecca and Quran? That the challenge. That is the challenge. Because the people of Mecca, knowing for this their speciality about this speech and how they challenge others to the point that they have market there they call suq or ukad, that's special for people to stand and deliver their poetries and their words, and other people listen to them and they critique them and they said you have to put this one instead of the other one, this one before, after, and after this one. So they have like a stand and a place to show just for speech. And they were known for that. People travel to come to there to challenge people in Mecca. And for the Quran came to challenge them. So what he challenging, what he's telling them? That's what we need to understand. Now, if somebody told you that I'm really good auto mechanic, which he can fix cars, how you challenge him? He said, okay, take this part and make an engine or fix something. Yes, that's how you challenge him. If somebody want to be challenged, like about the speech, what's the component of the speech? What's the part of the speech? The parts of the speech are letters. So in other words, tell them, okay, those letters, can you make speech from those? Those the component, the parts of the speech. Because you can make words, sentence, and they make a talk. They challenge them, okay, those your letters, can you bring Quran alike? Nothing like the Quran. So they cannot make it. It's a challenge for them. So that's how people make us, perceive that. And so the Hamim, that's your letters. وَالْكِتَابِ الْمُبِينَ. Okay. So what? Can you really bring Quran like that? Subhanallah. So that's one of, the meaning of this. That's the general one. Of course, we're not going to details. Why alif? Why lam? Why meme? Why this structure? That's another thing. People spoke about it, but nothing is satisfied. And there's no much need even to go into that. But at least you understand those letters came to challenge people and they could not challenge it. They could not really, bring something like that because the speech of the Quran is something beyond human ability. It's not only its miraculous word because of the structure or the meaning, many things that people they didn't know. And actually, the miracles of Quran are endless. And every time there is something come up, every time people discover something that they didn't know before about the Quran. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the best of understanding. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala install the love of the Quran in our heart. Ameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.